Offer me money. Offer me power. I don't care.
So you just don't care. You want to share what you have to say.
I'll say what I want to say, and if the consequence of that is losing money, so be it.
Okay.
What's up, my huggers and kissers? If you can't tell, what do you notice that's missing? Yeah, my bed is not here. Where is it at? It's a mystery. But regardless, as of now, the United States wants to ban TikTok on January the 19th. And apparently this is only based on the fact that they just want to control the masses and not be able to get China rich while being based in the United States and basically helping frugal, everyday, average, economical citizens. It turns out that if you are a TikToker, you are pure fucking evil and you deserve to be shat on and eaten and devoured alive. They want to ban it just based on the fact that they can't control it. It's very obvious why they're banning it. Now, there's been some talks with Elon Musk, Mr. Beast, and a few others. Even others is Meek Mill. Meek Mill wanting to acquire TikTok. Now, I don't know Meek Mill's pockets, but TikTok is probably going to cost a lot. And look, I'm not going to hold it against him, but that's a pretty penny to pay. You know, you got to shine that penny. Shine that penny with some baby oil. Ah, fuck, man. So apparently Kevin O'Leary is also supposed to be in the talks and business decisions of trying to acquire TikTok. It's obviously one of the biggest platforms in the world. And the guy on the Shark Tank, you know, he's a business savvy guy. So I believe that, you know, he can at least help with it. There have been other talks of other CEOs and other people also wanting to acquire TikTok. It's obviously a very big, profitable company. So it is possible. Now, why do they want to ban this? TikTok has been a huge help in people, like everyday people. They realize that they can actually help your everyday person figure out ways to, you know, make money and sort of economically get through the system that they have in place to basically burden them. And the United States doesn't have any regulatory missions inside of TikTok. They have no commission to anything that TikTok does. Is a China-based company owned by ByteDance and everything else. Now, I actually edit on CapCut, which is owned by ByteDance or ByteDance, whatever it's called. I think it's ByteDance. And they also own a plethora of other companies. Now, I don't know if those are going to get banned. If those get banned, if those get banned as well, I literally won't have anything to edit on. GG's. Actually, it's not true, but it would just be harder to edit. Regardless, the amount of people who depend on TikTok, like myself, I don't know if you guys know this, but my sister is a pretty big TikTok creator. That's kind of like her platform. Now she's big on Instagram now, but she started out on TikTok, right? And that's kind of like the everyday person. It helps expand your brand. It's one of those things where this has helped people across an indescribable amount of magnitude to your everyday average citizen, and they don't have to work, they don't have to depend on a 9-to-5, they have to depend on the government being able to outsource, right? Because they basically can work from, it's basically a work from home job. And so I think systematically what is happening is people are trying to induce AI and robots or whatever into if you want to say your industrialized faculty, and then outsource those sharper, cleaner, intuitive functionalities compared to your average human who can easily make a mistake. So now that we have this differentiation between all these different catalysts, the government has ultimately said, oh, it needs to go. No, it needs to go. You know, it needs to go. We cannot have people having too much money without our hands getting into the grabbiness of it, the taxes of it. Now, they actually do make money off the taxes, but other than that, that's all they have. So they don't have direct control. They don't have control over narratives on it. They don't have the media control. They don't have any sort of control over all of TikTok, right? Like with you know, like the puppet hands image, TikTok is it's somewhere else. It's somewhere else. It's somewhere else. And so this is basically manifested in the fact that TikTok is a very powerful platform. You know, something like this similar happened to Vine back in the day, where Vine got 200 pumped. And so what does this mean? What is going to happen? How long is TikTok going to get banned for? Where do we go from here? Now, TikTok can get banned from 6 months to a year from now, or it can be quickly brought back, like instantly brought back. Okay. Now, if it does end up happening for a little bit of a prolonged amount of time, because there may be some bills or some legislation that they have to get through to even bring it back if it is completely banned, I believe that the extra catalyst that will play from this is going to be that shorts is going to be a big thing. So YouTube shorts is going to be what ultimately ends up getting pumped more, or people are going to have to navigate towards those. Snapchat spotlights are probably what most people are going to flock to, or like the younger audience is going to flock to. Instagram Reels, so all short form content formats are what's going to be more induced, because the audience member on TikTok are not more so oriented on being able to keep a high attention span. So like, even if you're streaming on TikTok, a lot of people are just scrolling and swiping the phone. They just swipe, and they're not a loyal customer, right? So what this means is that short form content is what's initially just going to be prioritized all in all. And I believe that when you look at the long form content can get its way, but I think it may take a little bit of while for the TikTok brains to sort of like get used to long form content again, and like actual quality content. And then eventually, you know, I think what may end up happening is sort of like original YouTubers from back in the day, original creators from back in the day may end up coming back to the platforms to I guess either take advantage of the situation, or kind of just, you know, be in the midst of what's happening. I think a lot of things are changing. It's 2025, times are changing, things are moving a little bit different. People are on a new wavelength, we're on a new timeline. Like the Hadron line kind of just smacked, and we're on a new timeline. Everything's going crazy. Everything's going, now I don't know if that's true, but everything's going crazy, right? You know, the first 2 weeks or a week and a half, not even a full 2 weeks of January has been absolutely insane. I mean, we've gotten some of the craziest stories of all time, and right now we're at a pivotal point in the Matrix, dude. We're in a pivotal point. And so the government trying to ban TikTok is it's stupid. It makes no sense. They're just trying to come up with some reason of why the youth is being bad. It's not, the youth is not bad because of that. It's technological advancements. That's why, or why you believe like kids have ADHD, and why kids are, you know, autism diagnosis or whatever the crust may be. It's not, it's what it is artificial implications in humans' primitive state being completely negated. People don't do primitive things anymore, so their brain is being accustomed to technological advance. So TikTok is a part of that catalyst, but it's more so technology. New advancements in technology is why people are ADHD brained or autistic or whatever, or why it's more development. It's not in vaccines or anything other. It's once you start to add artificial indulgence in somebody's everyday primitive state, their brain cognitively goes into these differentiated I guess you want to say dopamine receptor hitters. Like they trigger their dopamine receptors, and so these are things that they use, and more so digital, they use to get some sort of satisfactory. But if that's overstimulated over a long period of time, everything becomes an overstimulated dopamine hit satisfactory that needs to be hit, a threshold. So none of this, so it's part of TikTok, but the TikTok's not the only reason. It's not the only reason. So them trying to ban it has to be a financial decision, and it's really not the smartest thing to do. It just genuinely isn't. It's a horrible idea, because it economically has helped people and it's economically helped them in the past as well. So I don't understand why they want to ban it, but they want to ban it. So with that being said, team, my huggers and kissers out there, that's gonna wrap us up for today. I hope you guys enjoy yourselves. Have a beautiful rest of your evening, day, or night. And I will see you guys when you're older. Peace.